Amazing Series. Thank you for joining Amazing Series. I am your host, Amma, and I am joined by NBA superstar and global ambassador, Dikembe Mutombo. I can't say all the rest, but we'll just call you Mutombo. Yes. And I am so honored to have you here with us because you are one of the few people who is giving back to the African community like nobody else. Why is this so important to you?
I think somewhere in our life we have an obligation to make our society better for the future generation. Because if we don't do what can be the best today, I think our future generation will judge us by the time we are not here. And we cannot live in a society where there's too much poverty, where people are dying, where women are not having a good access to good health care, where children continue to die in Africa before they reach age of 5. Almost about 1.2 million children are dying because of malaria. You go to measles, there's around 1 million some children are dying from measles. The treatment that costs 35 cents. And you look at the number of women who are in need of surgery in Africa today, from a fistula repair. In my country of Congo right now, there's close to 100,000 women who are waiting for surgery, but there's no doctor there to perform that particular surgery that costs only like $400.
That's true.
And they are not well-educated doctor. And I was able to establish an establishment that can perform and fulfill their duty and to close the gap, and also to eradicate the mortality rate where we have seen more than 2 of the 10 women are dying every day when they go to child delivery.
You are a proud son of the African continent. You've opened hospitals in the Marie Biamba Mutombo Hospital. This past August, you were in refugee camps across Africa. Do you feel that sometimes, because you're seen as a privileged son of the continent, everybody has their hand out, always asking you for something? Do you ever feel so torn that everybody's pulling you from every angle? Mutombo, help us, help us, help us. Do you ever feel torn?
I think it's a blessing. To be in that position, to get a chance to be called out. Sometimes not just for giving money, but just giving your time. Having an opportunity to see my people in Somalia and in Kenya, especially when I went to Dadaab, in a refugee camp where more than 32,000 young children have died in the past 2 months. And where more than 500,000 people living in a mile square camp where they cannot go to Nairobi, they get shot by the soldiers, and they cannot return to Somalia, they get killed by the militias. And you wonder yourself, why these people have to stay in this camp for more than 18 years and nobody now cannot do nothing? And why more children are dying in this camp and the world is not doing nothing? As long as we understand that we can put the man in the moon, but we cannot end the human suffering, it's sad. It's sad for all of us, any human being living on this planet. So that's the reason why I made myself an initiative for the NBA to go there to see the situation from the ground and to understand why, and talk to the people. I remember I went to Dadaab, close to Somalia, in '92, 18 years ago, and I came back 18 years later. I met a kid who was 20 years old. He remembered seeing me when he was 2 years old, and it was a little bit sad to see that the entire thing that kids knew, it was just that camp. He had not gone to school. He grew up in that camp, eating just the food that was given to him, and he never been outside of that little camp. So it was very sad, but it was a reality check for me.
Well, we'll just wrap up, and we want to thank you for everything you're doing. But I know you've played for the Rockets, the 76ers, the New York Knicks. You're known as one of the greatest shot blockers. But how do you want to be remembered?
The best you haven't done it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Amazing Senior.